Okay, well, I'm somehow blurry. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I know last one of these BW World Building Project updates, I said that I was planning to do it all in that week, and obviously that did not happen. It just got so hot and humid up here, I couldn't really do too much work, and it's kind of annoying. I did a little work, but I didn't want to make a proper update until I had really figured out what I was doing in this phase, and now that I'm there, this is, I should stop calling it days, but technically day 20 of the world building project. In actuality, it's not, but it's not, hasn't been continuous. But anyway, I said that I wanted to start writing the character profiles, and that's what I did. I've gotten 5 profiles done so far. I still have all this left to go. Again, this much done. This much. Basically, I did it on a separate piece of paper from the character model, and that's what one of the things that I want to do because maybe if I turn this off, maybe it's too bright. I'm sorry if it's too dark right now, but it was too bright before and couldn't see anything. On 2 separate papers because I'm kind of thinking at some point maybe my work gets better and I redo the character models. Or maybe someday I want to put so much information on there and I want to be able to change these things out easily. So they're on separate pieces of paper. They're not together. I think at some point, though, for a long-form project, I might be better off just getting a wiki type program, and doing it all that way. Because one thing I try to do, I'll show you here on bells. If you can see it, I don't know if you can, but yeah, let me if I take it out of here, it'll be easier to show you. Not worrying about that. I had the bio, and then I put a history, which would have been here's what happened in previous issues, just to keep track of their history. So Mrs. less loopholes. Well, actually, didn't you say in this issue this thing happened? Like, I'll know when I go to write it, and that's I think one of the what's the word I want? Benefits, go with that word, of having using a wiki type thing instead of this, and just leave this for character sheets. But so I'm dropping the history section. I put it here, and then I started putting it in with Bryce, and that's what I realized. The history section, and I'll show you with Bryce's because that's longer. I've got his bio again. Then I put down all his various powers. And then when I started putting on the history, I started noticing, well, wait a minute. At some point, this is going to go all the way to the other side and onto another page because he's in every issue. He's probably going to be in every issue. It just seems like eventually that's going to be too much on the paper, and at that point, I might as well just get the wiki software or whatever it is that they make. So today is when I worked on 3 more, and I think I've come up with a layout and everything. And there's different ways I'm doing it for each character. For the elves, it's simply a bio, because if they have some special powers or something as themselves, which I doubt is going to happen, she end up just a bio. But with an elf as Captain Yuletide, I'm going to make in the lore section a list of all the Captain Yuletide powers. So I don't have to really put them on the list. Just say has all the regular Captain Yuletide powers, and then whatever ability makes them special. In the case of Diana, for example, it's her ability to be able to solve a situation if there's some kind of disagreement or a misunderstanding. She's the off the call, and she can try to set things right with everybody when there isn't a true villain. There are, of course, other elves, male and female, who we call upon for different kinds of situations, including villains. So that's kind of what I got with there. With some of the non-Captain Yuletide, some of the non-elves, like with Bryce's, I have listed all his magical abilities and everything. Then you got somebody like like my villain of the piece, Dr. Carbanoid, just from remember this guy, the cyborg. And so here I'm listing species, elf, human. In this case, it's cybernetic human. Allegiance. In this case, the anti-Christmas villains, and some like Snowbringer. I'm not sure what I'm classifying him yet. He wasn't really a villain. He was just somebody making a bad idea, who meant well but didn't really understand, had a bad idea. So he wasn't really bad. In fact, once he realized that what he was doing was wrong, he tried to stop. So with Carbanoid, I've got his full bio. And then I've got his abilities, the abilities given to him by cybernetics. And then I have a section called Gear, which is basically paraphernalia, but I didn't want to sit there and write paraphernalia every single time. I know I'm going to spell that wrong at least once. Make sure I'm putting this right down now. And this will be the listing of any kind of gadgets, or maybe a villain with a magic staff or something like that. And in Carbanoid's case, it's he has various weapons and death rays and robots, including his traditional Snowbot army, which is little snowman robots. And he's the character I'm thinking about using again. But I want to have all the elves and all the rogues gallery. I'm wondering if I should make a separate section for the villains. Maybe over time I will actually do that. But that's the 5 profiles that I've done now. Now you're probably wondering, why am I writing this out instead of printing it out? Well, the thing is, if I had thought of this years ago, I probably would have done it that way. But I've got so many to do. Then going into this year's, I just didn't want to waste all the printer ink. Not even my printer ink. My printer, I'm still having issues with, so I'd be borrowing my dad's, and I didn't really want to use up all his printer ink for all this. And maybe, plus, I kind of want to. This gave me a chance to kind of work on my handwriting skills. I haven't done much handwriting lately. I've been typing things on keyboards, and I haven't really done a lot of handwriting lately. So I kind of want to make sure I haven't lost that skill. So that was kind of another reason to do it this way. So I still got all this left to do. I'm going to try and do at least one a day, maybe 2, until I get this all done. And I'm going to try and get this all finished here. There's some lore I got all right out. I'm like typing it out on the computer, and then I'll decide if I'm going to print it out or just write from what I got there onto here. Job. I did an artifact thing. I think I showed you this before for the tree, and I put in the tree. Put in pretty much the transformation sequence. Here, you got the thing on the tree, and the elf takes it, and it's feel the Christmas spirit in your heart, and become our champion, Captain Yuletide. I set that up. And I was going to take and put use my markers and make this look like magic energy. I gotta take and go do that. I'm gonna go do that now, I think. I'm waiting for this to upload. So this is just a report to say, yes, I am still working on it. It's just we've had so many hot, humid weeks. We've had kind of a heat wave here in Connecticut, and been really humid. Today was a very nice day for the first time in a while. We had some days where okay, and then the next heat wave would show up. This has actually been a pretty nice day for July for Connecticut. So I was running up and sweating during my birthday on Friday. So I'm 45 years old and still working on stuff, not being a success, just going and seeing hopefully something happens. But now you know I'm not giving up. I'm still working on this thing. I still hope to have it done in time to do this year's Captain Yuletide story. But if you want to see the comic that I'm working on, I'll put a link in here, put one of those end card links in here. You can check out my website, bwspotlight.com. I hope to have another report soon. And until then, I wish you all happy creating.